Hello, hello. Today we're going to do a review of the Cosmic Slumber Tarot deck. I love the box of this. Now, I always take off the wrappers and things before I start. Not always, but usually take off the wrappers because sometimes they're on so great that it's almost impossible to get them off of the card decks and the boxes. So I've already done that. So it's got some kind of interesting cartoonish artwork and it's really fun. I really like it. I hadn't seen it when I got it for my birthday, and I was quite excited to receive this because it's just different. Looks really fun. I haven't looked at all the cards, haven't looked at any of the cards other than this stuff on the box, and it's quite whimsical what I'm seeing here, and you know the little bit they have here. So it's got a nice solid box, and then it's got a neat little door here that feels like it's on a magnet, and then it's got this inner box, and inside the inner box is the card deck, of course, and then there is also a lovely little hardcover book. Adorable. And it has a little piece of cardboard in here that I've left in because I think it kind of needs it for the size of the deck, so it sits in there solidly. I mean, you could take it out, whatever you like. So there's that lovely box. And then the book is really nice. Usually they're just a little paperback thing, but this one's a nice little hardcover book, and it's got, of course, all the cards and the explanations. So if you are new to tarot, you have the book, because I know people have complained a lot that they don't always come with a book. So let's see what we've got here. I'm going to put them up on this candle holder of mine so they're up closer to you so you can see them in detail. So first we have the Fool. And then we've got our magician figure, the magus or the magus. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, to be quite honest, although I've seen that word before and should probably know. That's quite fun, holding the eternity symbol and very colorful, having all the things at your disposal to make the world you want. Here's the High Priestess. The cards are very stuck together because they're brand new, but that'll go away, luckily. The Empress. This almost looks like an African sort of style of picture with the sun and the woman and being out in nature like that. The Emperor. This guy's interesting with his ram's head. Also very colorful. I like a lot of red. Red's my favorite color, at least one of them. The Hierophant. This religious figure has some followers worshiping below. Now this one is my idea of a colorful card, and I really love it. This is the Lovers, and it's quite intriguing. There's a hand and an angel, and everything is kind of melding together. And right here, these two little figures, I guess, are the lovers, and then you've got the face and this angel kind of a figure, and it's all kind of flowing together with a tree and a little scene in the sun. And I really love this card. I think it's quite beautiful. The Chariot with lions pulling it along. I don't usually like decks that are kind of cartoony. There are lots of them I've rejected and wasn't interested, but this one I quite like. I think because the artwork is better than a lot of them, and it just gives a certain impression that's a little bit different from some of the other decks, but I also really, really like it. And this one, I keep thinking, I've got two cards that I can't get apart, but it might just be that they're thick, which also happened in my last deck review. So here we've got a little bit of a different strength. She is with the lion, but the lion's looks like it's being a little bit nippy or a little bit belligerent, and the woman is looking a little bit like she's the disciplinarian here. So just a little bit of a different view of strength. The Hermit. I think this is the most colorful Hermit I've ever seen, and when I see a planet with rings around it, I always like the picture because although Saturn is not my planet, I think it's really cool looking, and I love Saturn. So I really like this picture. The Wheel of Fortune. This one's kind of different. It has kind of an Egyptian feeling to it. And again, with the colors. I mean, if you like bright colors, this is a great deck. Justice. Here the Hanged Man is wearing something that looks almost like a jester outfit with triangles all over it. And then his feet become part of the tree. So that is quite an interestingly graphic little way of showing the Hanged Man. It almost suggests that he can't get out of it, I would say. But then again, you could take it as he's part of, the living side of nature and, meditating like any creature in nature might meditate. Sometimes the Hanged Man can mean sacrifice, and if that's what's being suggested here, maybe it's sacrificing your freedom for something else or someone else. So I do find this quite fascinating. Death. This is almost a cheerful looking death card. Looks like a happy skeleton riding along. Hooray. And here's the Devil. The Devil is sort of like you've got a similar face like in the Lovers, but instead of being happy and thoughtful and all those great things that you have in the Lovers, you've got this person who looks like they're not very happy at all. So next we have the Tower. The Tower. I don't know what those things are around it. Is that fire? Oh, it's like an explosion. It's like an explosion where the whole top of the tower is blowing off and people are flying out. So that's a pretty graphic depiction there. And then we've got the Star, where this person is sitting and doing what is usually done in the Star, pouring some water out, which is a purification symbol. And of course the Star being about hope. She looks kind of hopeful, maybe a little sad, but also possibly very hopeful. So I like that. The Moon. The Moon shows two people, which almost look like they're part of the landscape, like maybe they're mountains or something, holding hands under a crying moon. So the Moon looks very sad here, and the Moon can be a sad card. So to show it that way is not incorrect. I don't really think of it as being that sad, but it can be, and here it's shown that way. The Sun. Oh, this one's really cute. Look, there are children playing below, and then this kid, I guess, is holding the sun, and it's kind of happy and loving. So that's a nice one. And Judgment is really pretty. I notice a lot of tarot cards that I have and see lately use trees in a lot of the imagery, like this version of Judgment. And I often wonder if it's because, trees stand for a lot of things. They stand for strength. They stand for the tree of life in the Bible. They stand for growth. And, they're part of our world. And, they grow and change just like we do. They die like we do. They blossom and flower and do all those things. And so, a lot of tarot cards use it in the imagery. And in some of it, it's really beautiful. And some of it, it's a little bit scary. Here's the Universe, which we usually call the world, of course. And then we've got, this is interesting. Instead of, I'm assuming, they've got torches here. Let's see if the torches are the wands. I'm going to assume they are, but maybe there's something else. So we've got cups, and we've got swords, and we've got, let's see what we've got for pentacles. Let's see if I can find it. Where are the pentacles? Are they called something else, or are they still pentacles? Two of Cups. I see the cups. I see the cups. I see the swords. This is weird. I'm having trouble finding the... I only have half the deck in my hand. Okay, so let's see if we have pentacles. Yeah. So we have... So it is the wands. because all the others are called what they're normally called. So we've got torches instead of one. So here we've got our Ace of Torches, very basic, very nice, pretty colors. Two of Torches, or wands. 3, 4, 5 of Torches. I like that one a lot. It sort of gives you the nature of kind of, it's not like combat with another person. It's more like struggling against something, climbing the hill or whatever you're up against. 6 of Torches, the victory card. I'd say she looks victorious. 7 of Torches. 8. 9. 10. Maybe taking on too much. Princess of Torches. Man, she looks determined. This girl is like, could be a guy. Whoever it is, that person is looking very determined. And if you want to put things into action, you have to be determined. The Prince. Oh, I like it. The Fire Prince. So I was thinking of the Fire Knight. Oh, maybe this is, oh, okay, the Prince is the Knight. I thought he resembled the Knight because he's going into battle and he's fiery. So yeah, this is they call it the Prince here, but it's the same as the Knight. Queen of Torches. Oh shit, that's me. Fiery chick. Not sure I like the cat so much. It doesn't really appeal to me. I'd rather have a dog. But whatever turns your crank, cats are big in tarot. King of Torches. Okay. He looks very determined also. They want to put their stuff into action. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We like to put our stuff into action. Take that flame and make something happen. Ace of Cups. Cups typically representing the water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And there's that little, is it a fish? Let's see. No, it's a little person floating around in the cup. That's kind of fun. 2 of Cups. This is a lovely one, kind of says it all. 3 of Cups looks kind of fun. Instead of lifting what looks like a chalice full of wine, they're gathering water from a cloud. 4 of Cups. This one, I'm trying to think what the real 4 of Cups. Oh yeah, this one is looking a little sadder than I would usually think of for the 4 of Cups, but there you go. 5 of Cups. Aw, this guy's looking sadly into his cup, looking at what passion spilled out of it. 6 of Cups, my favorite card in the deck. Kind of an odd depiction, I would say, but it kind of gets the point across. 7 of Cups, another cup I like very much, and this one shows someone swimming through the ocean with all these cups, with some kind of a liquid coming out. 8 of Cups. This really makes it feel very proactive. Sometimes the 8 of Cups looks a little sad. This one doesn't really look very sad. The 9 of Cups. The 10, one of the happiest cards, I always say. The Princess of Cups. So this is like the page. And she's giving a beautiful swan a drink out of her chalice. The Prince of Cups. This is the charming person. The charming one who will draw you in and, excuse me, I'm allergic to everything, and will use a lot of romantic language. So on one hand, you have to be careful of this person because they can sort of suck you into their little way of romancing you. They can be very glib, very well-spoken, and very good at talking the language of love. But then again, this person can bring you a message of love. So it's a very, very nice card. The Queen of Cups. She tends to be very intuitive and very kind and loving and a family woman, and she tends to draw people in and be able to talk about emotions and emotional intelligence and things like that. The King of Cups. Here they make him look kind of like a lazy SOB, but he's actually quite wonderful and very much like the Queen of Cups, only the king. So, you know, the sort of a master of his game, whatever that may be. But in addition to that, he tends to be kind, loving, a family man, somebody who does things for people, somebody who's also very intuitive and open and can really speak about things that maybe most typical guys or even girls in the same position wouldn't usually talk about. The Ace of Swords. Very basic card, but I love the colors. I do love my reds, and this is pretty exciting with all the pink and the red clouds. You know how when you see that in real life, those pink and red clouds, how beautiful it is? The Two of Swords. The Three of Swords. Boy, this one's about as sad as it can get, isn't it? That feeling like you're pierced through the heart, although it looks like it's more in his waist in this picture. The Four of Swords. Reflection. Planning. The Five of Swords. Oh, this is that combative one, and this is interesting. It makes it look like it's a couple, and they're on two different planes, and they are not too happy with each other. So that is an interesting one. The Six of Swords. That card where you are moving forward in life and trying to get rid of some baggage that you're carrying and going to do it because you have determination. The Seven of Swords. The Eight. You can see the determination in her, even though she may look like she's in bondage and, you know, imprisoned by her own thoughts. This one shows some good determination. The Nine of Swords. This is a sad card. The Ten of Swords. Oh, wow. This one is really interesting. They show him as having died and flown out of the body or something. Or maybe it's just a figurative thing, like once you get through this grief, whatever this grief is, or this defeat, then you come out on the other side and you're like this, you have newfound freedom, you're flying through the air, everything's going to be okay, which is true. The Princess of Swords. So this is what we typically know of as the Page. So that's a little knowledge seeker. And the Prince, or what we typically know as the Knight of Swords. One of my favorite cards because it's a card about amazing determination. It can also be a card of impulsiveness, but that's okay. Because with determination, sometimes we do misstep a little along the way. The Queen of Swords. She looks pretty good. Look at all of those. Are those wings? I guess they're wings, unless it's just what's in the background. That looks beautiful. And the King of Swords. A thoughtful guy. Ace of Pentacles. The beginning of investing in things that you really care about. The Two of Pentacles. The Three. The Four. That one where somebody's hanging on to something. The Five. Something's just out of his reach, as you can see. The Six. Seven. Eight of Pentacles. That's an interesting one. The Nine. The 10. Princess of Pentacles. This is that kid or young adult who is very inquisitive and learning how to invest and learning how to do things. Somebody who's a creator, somebody who likes to take things apart. The Prince of Pentacles. Now they show him here as looking like a little kid, but this is what we'd normally call the Knight. Now he's a little bit different. The Pentacles guy is one to not move as quickly, but he's really thinking things out, and that's why he doesn't rush in. The Queen of Pentacles. She looks very serene, very accomplished, very kind of on top of her game and everything. Here's the King. He looks the same way, only slightly different. He looks a little bit more methodical here, but they both are. Oh, here are two different cards. We're going to have to look these ones up because these don't come in the other decks. We've got the morning, not M-O-U-R-N-G, like your morning, but morning like it's morning time. So let's figure this out. This is going to be very interesting. We've got a new card. I love it. Must be maybe the first card here, because, oh, bonus cards. Okay, so they show you the page where the bonus cards are. Okay, so the morning greets you with dim light. This card reflects the chance to start over, the chance to rise into the day a little bit stronger than yesterday. Use the energy of the morning for beginnings, a new project, a new conversation, a new feeling. Oh, I love that card. That's amazing. That's fantastic. I love it, love it, love it. Then we've got the night. The night comes when you need it most. It is the place for you to sink into and escape. The long day is coming to an end, but the night allows you to extend it, to draw the time out. So when you're having one of those study or work sessions, this is the card you need. While everyone else sleeps, you will work. Use the night to its fullest. The moon slows down the clock for you so you may have the time you need to face the problems ahead. Well, those two bonus cards are great, so I'm really pleased about those. So that is our deck, our beautiful deck. I like it. Like I say, I don't normally like the ones that are really kind of cartoony, but I do like this one a lot. I didn't show you the back, did I? Oh, yes, I did, with its bright colors. And I do love the bright colors. And look at all these colorful cards. Like, every color is represented here. Every card has its own character. So I'm going to enjoy this deck a ton. And this one, like I said, is the Cosmic Slumber Tarot. So if you're interested in that deck, I hope that that gives you a good view of it and an idea of whether you'd like it or not. If you want to reach me for readings or any other thing, you can at angi@silverthread.com. And have a great day. Talk to you soon.